Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this presentation of Burlington Boys Varsity Ice Hockey. Anthony Matos, Brady, Kosses will be with us in just a few moments. Exciting one today, Battle of Route 62, Burlington, Wilmington. These two teams met on the basketball court just yesterday. And Brady, Burlington has been riding their goaltending a lot, especially with this young lineup. What do you think the keys to the game are?
What was your question?
What was the key? What are the keys to the game tonight for the Devs?
I think it's just fast-paced action, good shot selections, not doing costly turnovers with your puck passing, and I think it's just not letting in those loose goals you'll get in the paint.
Yeah, picking up that loose change is number one. They picked up on that the last time we were here. I believe it was against Wakefield. As we get set to go, another day, another Bobby Concession lineup. It's been a bunch of different combinations with these wingers. Melrose, it was the Melrose Red Raiders. As we get set underway here at the Ice Palace, thank you for joining us. As we start with a boom in the right corner, there's a shot on net by Colin Allard, and it gets gloved by Shanahan. 14 seconds in, we already have some shots on goal.
That was quick.
And it'll be a face-off to the left of Shanahan. Very cluttered lineup. Huh? There we go, I'll do it like that. Face-offs with the two centers. Face-off won by Derek Peralt. As it clears the blue line in the neutral zone, Wilmington will dump the puck in. Someone loses skate, that's Sloan. Down trying to find Gordon, it goes back to Shanahan. Shanahan dumps it over to Jennings. Nolan Jennings off the boards to the neutral zone. Taking it in, that's Gordon, wrist shot! Save made by Tyler Marino. That's Aiden Shanahan, the sophomore, as we get some fresh lines out there. It'll be Scalia on the draw. He loses it. Here come the Wildcats through the neutral zone. That's Brady Cabral working on that right wing. Puck now stuck in the neutral zone, where it will be picked up by Ryan McQuinney. McQuinney back and around the boards to Giacomo Brodnelli. That's Brady Yutkins through the neutral zone. We're going up the right wing. Yutkins shot on net too high for Marino. Goes back to the blue line for Jake Robital. Returns it over to Brendan Walsh. Here come the Devs. That is Nick Tulipano, the freshman, through the skates of McQuinney, as Wilmington attempts to dump the puck down, and it's still loose at the blue line and then poked free by Brendan Walsh. Goes back to Brodnelli, who turns it over. Spin around shot by Ryan Archer, goes nowhere. Burlington will clear the puck. No icing will be the call as we get a line change. The Wildcats looking for their fourth win on the year with a 3-7 record, as McElroy unable to shoot that one in Wilmington. 3-on-4 the other way. Shot on net by Ryan Archer goes nowhere, and it's stuck behind the net back to the blue line. That's Colin Allard. Attempts to clear that one. McElroy unable to control it. It's at Burlington's blue line. Over to Matt O'Brien. O'Brien blocked in front by Aiden Healy. Rebound loose in front. And it goes back to Wyatt Condon. Puck dumped in by McElroy on Marino, and Marino will just cover that one up. 2.5 in the game, Brady. What have you noticed?
Burlington is able to control the puck. Like, they'll get the turnover, but the puck is just bouncing off their stick and back to Wilmington, and Wilmington's taking that shot opportunity, but they're not capitalizing on it. Their offense has been kind of slow with the shooting on goalie after that 15-second massacre they had.
Aiden Scalia puts one on net. It's still loose in front of the net. No one's there. Turned over to Yutkins. Yutkins dumps the puck in, and Wilmington will retrieve it behind the net. That is Maxwell Bagtaz. Back over to Aiden Scalia. In front for Jennings. Jennings unable to get a shot on net. That's Yutkins on net. Marino turns it aside and a 1-on-3 the other way. That's Camden Gray, unable to get a shot on net. And Yutkins dumps it back for Shanahan. Aiden Shanahan around for Scalia. Here comes James Gordon. He's small, he's quick. Through the neutral zone, nearly turns it over. Picked up by Jake Sloan. Jake Sloan through the neutral zone, into the right wing. Jake Sloan, backhand score! Top shelf, Jake Sloan through the right wing circle. 1-0 Devs.
I mean, what a backhand there from Sloan. It's pure perfection in that top right corner.
Little flick of the wrist on the backhand, and the senior captain comes through again. It's 1-0 Devs. I thought that was the worst angle possible for a goal, and Jake Sloan just figured out a way to put it on net.
Welcome to hockey.
Right above the left shoulder of Tyler Marino. And again, these refs are very nitpicky with where the wingers are in the faceoff circle, as there is a near turnover. Here comes Giacomo Broadnelli on the right wing circle. Broadnelli in front for nobody. He gets it back. Broadnelli back up top. That's Jake Robital, unable to control it. And it's Nick Tulipano to the neutral zone, off the pipe, and nearly went in. That was a ripper from the freshman. Down the ice comes Brennan Walsh. That was a ripper from Tulipano. Odd man rush the other way for the Devs. Through the neutral zone, Robital on the right wing. Robital unable to control it. Turned over, that's Ryan Archer. Back to Jake Robital. Dumps the puck down to Daniel Hannafin. Hannafin on his forehand. Hannafin on net. Save made by Marino. And it goes back to McElroy. McElroy back to the blue line. That's Torpy. Torpy on net save. Marino loose in front, still loose. Burlington will clear it, and that gets deflected all the way back to the Burlington defensive zone. Here's Yutkins. Losing the puck, going around his own net. Somehow finds McElroy in front of Shanahan. McElroy over to Condon. Wyatt Condon through the neutral zone. There's a ripper by Hannafin. No one's there. Retrieved by McElroy to the right of the faceoff circle. That's Condon again. Condon in front trying to find Sloan. No one's there. And Shanahan comes out of his cage to poke that one free. It's Wyatt Condon in the neutral zone who dumps it in for a line change. 9:50 to go, first period, 1-0 Devs. Here come the Wildcats. Down the ice, that's a hard hit from Scalia. And here's Emick O'Brien trying to put one on Shanahan, no bite. Near turnover from the Wildcats as James Gordon retrieves that one. Gordon has it, odd angle, goes right across the goal line, and Wilmington's got it again. Derek Peralt on net, wide to Shanahan. Rebound off the boards. And retrieved by Aiden Shanahan. Here comes Nolan Jennings on the right wing. Jennings on net, blocked in front. But this one will be retrieved by Gordon again. Gordon going around the world. Tries the backhand wraparound. Save made. And it goes back to Aiden Scalia on net. Can't reach Marino. Still loose. Jennings still has it. Jennings going all the way around. Back up top, Scalia. Aiden Scalia on that save made by Marino. Sloan dumps it down to Gordon. Sloan's got it again. Wrist shot on net wide of Marino. Back to Shanahan. Huge offensive zone time here for the Devs, as Scalia unable to poke that one free. And this will look like an icing, and it is, with 8:26 to go in the first period. Lots of action here.
Yeah, very one-sided game right now we have. All on Burlington.
It's been a lot of offensive zone face-offs and just great passing to keep the puck in front of the net and not behind the net. You want to work from the front down here if you're the Devils. As it's Ryan McQuinney on the face-off for the Devs. The one thing I don't like about these Wilmington sweaters is they don't have numbers on the side, so it's really hard to see when their back is to us, as opposed to Burlington.
Yeah, but the color scheme is nice.
Really good color scheme. The baby blue with the navy blue.
Oh, North Carolina.
A little bit of North Carolina. There's Yutkins. Another save. And we'll do it again.
I think that's a third
one in a row.
Like 10
Within
seconds.
10 seconds. Again, it'll be McQuinney. McQuinney wins the draw. Tulipano will attempt to keep it in the zone as this one's in the neutral zone. And there goes Brady Cabral, who turns it over, and it's back to the Burlington bench. That's Jake Robital. Pokes it over to Ryan McQuinney. And it goes back around for Brady Yutkins in that right corner. It goes back to Giacomo Broadnelli, who will turn it over. And there's Robital on the diving stop attempt. And here comes McQuinney up that left wing. McQuinney, a weak one on net. Kick save made by Marino. As the Devs go for a quick line change here. Here come the Wildcats through the neutral zone. Nearly turned it over. Goes back to Sloan. Sloan cross ice for Condon. One-on-one the other way. Gets to his forehand. Condon on net. Closing the wickets is Marino. Condon again. Trying to find McElroy in front. Clears it back to Sean Torpy. And we got a penalty coming for a cross-check. It looks like it's on Wilmington. So it'll be Colin Allard going to the box for a cross-check. And the first power play of the day for Burlington. So 7:10 to go, opening period, 1-0 Devs. First power play of the day. And it'll be Wyatt Condon on the draw.
I love the fit of Wilmington's head coach.
Yeah, he looks snazzy with the all black. As Condon, or excuse me, that is Sloan retreating back, has plenty of time on this faceoff, nearly getting a little too nonchalant with the puck there. And it's in Wilmington's offensive zone. There is Condon down the ice. It's Nolan Jennings. Jennings working on that right wing. Self-pass off the boards. He still has the puck. Jennings back to Condon. Wyatt Condon nearly losing it. Sloan keeps it in, and Wilmington attempting to clear it. That's Tyler Florenciano. As Jennings will enter the zone and dump it back to Tulipano. Back to Sloan. Sloan on net. Loose in front. Still loose. And Marino somehow making a save and avoids trouble there with a clear. About halfway done with the man advantage. Here's Sloan with speed through the neutral zone. Jake Sloan, backhand, forehand. Couldn't get a shot on net, and that one is immediately cleared by the Wildcats. 49 seconds to go on the power play. There's Shanahan nearly turning it over.
Missed opportunity there from Wilmington to score.
That was Camden Gray for the Wildcats. Here's James Gordon on his forehand. Enters the zone. James Gordon slows things down. Back to Tulipano. Tulipano turns it over. And down the ice goes Derek Peralt. Peralt can't get it to his forehand. Great forecheck from Scalia. 20 seconds left on the power play. Here's Scalia on the right wing circle. Back to Tulipano. Tulipano, and we got offsides. I believe that's offsides. Just kidding, it's a penalty on Burlington, so we'll be 4-on-4 for 14 seconds. I didn't see what the exact call was, though.
I don't even think Burlington knows.
It looks to be on Aiden Healy. It might be a too many men situation. Too many men. That's what I figured. They just pick the fifth liner who barely sees the ice to serve the penalty. So 11 seconds of 4-on-4. Then a minute 47 of a Wilmington power play. As this one will be burned pretty well by the Wildcats as Burlington looks to push it in the Wilmington zone as this penalty expires. 2 shots on goal during the power play. That's Aiden Shanahan, and we got another penalty coming on Wilmington, and we're back to 4-on-4.
That was a WWE power move right there. Just cross body check right into the walls.
Little Randy Orton RKO.
I'm sure we'll see some of that in the divisional rounds later today.
Little 4-on-4. Minute 36 of 4-on-4. And it'll be Nolan Jennings on the faceoff. Penalties on Camden Gray for charging, as that shot will get blown up by Marino. And we'll do it again. 4:52 to go. As this one goes back to Colin Allard, who served a penalty a couple minutes ago. Wilmington trying to push the pace across the neutral zone. And it'll be Jake Sloan pushing the pace of the Devs the other way. Here's James Gordon through the left wing, gets poke checked by Tyler Francino. Here's Allard through the neutral zone. Allard walking right through, dumping it off, shot on net. Shanahan, little stick save. And Sloan has his stick tied up. There goes Gordon to find Jennings. Jennings on the right wing, still has the puck somehow. He falls over. That's not a trip. That was pretty natural movement there. 41 seconds and 4-on-4. There's Tulipano, poke check through the neutral zone, somehow getting it back as Emick O'Brien. We'll do it again with Giacomo Broadnelli. On the left faceoff circle, it's loose in front, and a great chance there for the Wildcats, squandered by Camden Shanahan. 20 seconds left on the 4-on-4. That's Jake Robital all the way to the red line, where it goes back to Yutkins. Brady Yutkins time through the neutral zone. Yutkins on his forehand on net, save made Marino, loose rebound, no one's there. And we are now 20 seconds of power play time. And the attempt to clear it goes over Tulipano's stick, 10 seconds left. Looks like Burlington won't try to take advantage of this. Goes back to Sloan, Jake Sloan walking right through and gets poked free by Maxwell Bagtas. We're back to even strength, under 3 to play, first period. Sean Torpy behind his own net. Back to Shanahan. Pardon, that was Sloan trying to find Tulipano, and he ices it. 2:46 to go in the first period. Lots of power plays and penalties early, Brady. How do you tighten that up if you're Wilmington and Burlington?
I think you just got to watch what you're doing, because your penalties have been on cross-checking, and Burlington had too many men on ice. So it's just the little mistakes that cost you these power plays that you can't have.
Tulipano on the draw against Brady Cabral. Tulipano wins it for the Devs. It goes back and around into the corner. That's Ryan McQuinney. Over to McElroy on the left wing. McElroy shot. And Marino will glove that one. We'll do it again.
I wonder if he's related to Mr. Marino, the middle school.
It's a different spelling. He has an H. Jordan Marino, the former boys gymnastics coach. As boys gymnastics team didn't have anyone to play against, which is why they disbanded. There was only 3 other teams in Massachusetts.
They were too good.
They were too good, yeah. As Sean Torpy dumps that one down behind Marino. 2:15 to go first period. Off the boards to Jake Tucker. And Torpy dumps it down again for Brady Cabral on the right wing. Shanahan comes out of his net. Jake Sloan now in that corner. Shot on net. Shanahan makes the save. Missed the catch attempt. He spiked it down to cover it. As we're under 2 minutes to go.
Great frame job right there. Would be a great catcher.
It would make a good catcher. Stinks that he plays lacrosse in the spring. Would make a really great catcher. It'll be Aiden Shanahan, his brother, on the faceoff. He will lose it. Immediate shot on net turned aside by Shanahan. Little two-man game in front of the net. Shot didn't even reach Shanahan. Wilmington attempts to keep it in their offensive zone. And now turning the other way is Ryan Archer. Sent back around for Yutkins on that left circle. And now here comes Aiden Shanahan, left side. Shanahan turns around, trying to find Jennings. No one's there. Puck loose now in the neutral zone, and Yutkins attempted to dump it in, but it was a shot on Marino. Down the ice comes Colin Allard. Shot goes to the heavens, and it'll be a face-off to the left of Shanahan with 1:10 to go. 1-0 game. Devils against the Wildcats. Battle of 62. Jake Sloan, the lone goal scorer so far. Wyatt Condon on the draw. He will win it for the Devs. And it goes back to Isaac Tavares. Stuck in the corner. And now back over to Giacomo Broadnelli through the neutral zone. Broadnelli using his speed. Broadnelli in front. McElroy just a little too far in front of his stick. Down the ice coming Isaac Tavares. A little too far for him. Jake Sloan. Hard turn around the corner. 40 seconds to go. That's McElroy. Can't handle that pass. Goes back to Colin Allard. Still loose in the neutral zone. Giacomo Broadnelli gets poke checked by Ryan Archer. Back to Matt O'Brien. Loose in that left side now. McElroy's got it. Finds Broadnelli, and that one goes into the Wilmington bench with 17.2 to play in the first period. Probably the last line change of the period. Of course, the records don't show it, but it's always a close game with these two teams, with the rivalry of 62. As Burlington will win that one. It's Ryan McQuinney, and Aiden Scalia takes a hard hit on the boards as it's loose behind Marino, and he will cover it with the stick hand with 8.5 to go. .5 to go. Probably one more face-off, and it will be James Gordon. James Gordon will lose it. It goes back to Ryan Archer, sent down the ice, and that will be an icing with 2.1 to go. And Cam Shanahan wants to go to the bench with 2.1 to go. There's the face-off. I think he should have. That's loose in front, covered by Marino. Horn sounds, that's it. One period of action here. Burlington 1, Wilmington 0, second period, back in a flash. I'll see you in a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Second period of action. Burlington Ice Balance, Anthony Matos, the great Brady Kosses next to me. 1-0 game here. It is loud. We are ready. Battle of 62. Brady, what were your first period notes?
Burlington's offense is very good. I mean, the whole game has been one-sided so far. Burlington with a 16-6 shot on goal. in the first quarter, and I think if they I think if they keep that up, this game is going to just get blown out.
And what would you say to your players if you were Wilmington in that locker room with only 6 shots on goal?
Pick up the pace. I mean, you had a great opportunity to score. Shannon wasn't even in the goalie's box, and you just didn't take a shot on it. You need to capitalize on those opportunities if you want to be in this game.
As the puck's stuck in the neutral zone, Tyler Ferentino, as we have an offsides here on Wilmington. 41 seconds in, 1-0 game. Jake Sloan, the lone goal scorer. The defenseman with the skills of a forward. As we switch sides, Wilmington shooting right to left, Burlington left to right. Tulipano loses the face-off. That is Nate Anderson dumping the puck down for Yutkins. Yutkins back around for Broadnelli. Broadnelli down for Tulipano. Tulipano trying to find McQuinney on that left wing, where he's met by Nate Anderson. Tripping and falling over is Aiden Shanahan in the middle of the play. That's not ideal. And we go the other way with it. That's Broadnelli. Tulipano behind the net, back around for Jake Robital, who can't control that one. Robital off the boards, trying to self-pass. Nobody there. That is Brady Cabral. Finds McElroy. McElroy unable to get a shot on net. And we have a big hit on Jake Griffin. And he gets his stick back. Jake Griffin, the smallest man on the ice right now, took a huge hit. And he looks to be okay. He took another hit. Taking it up, Brady Yutkins. And turning it over to Colin Allard. There is just a random stick on the ice as it's stuck in that left corner. And that will warrant a trip on Wilmington. So Burlington back on that power play.
I couldn't see anything.
Yeah, it's that one blind spot over here. And it will be a trip on Maxwell Bagtaz.
Wilmington penalty number 6, Maxwell Bagtaz, 2 minutes tripping.
So Burlington back on the power play. That's the 5th penalty of the game. And we're in the second period.
I mean, it is hockey. You get physical, but this is something else.
A little much, especially with the added Wilmington-Burlington rivalry. There's a shot by Tulipano, and he puts it in! Nick Tulipano, the clock didn't even start for the power play. Not even 8 seconds into the penalty, Nick Tulipano, the freshman, 2 zip devs.
I mean, that is just a morale buster if you're Wilmington. You don't even get the power play to start, and you're already letting in a goal.
Tulipano, the freshman, has really made his case to be a 4-year varsity player on this Burlington team. As puck's down the neutral zone, that's Condon finding Daniel Hannafin, and that'll be gloved by Tyler Marino. To 2:21 into the period. Back up to Torpy.
Number 2, Jake Sloan.
Sloan's got 2 points today. He has a goal and an assist. And that one unable to be kept in by Scalia. And we will reset. Scalia finds McElroy. McElroy turns it around, finds Wyatt Condon. Wyatt Condon back to his forehand. Cross ice to Hannafin. And that puck will be controlled by Brady Cabral. Nice little slapper. And controlled by Shanahan as it goes off the ceiling. Derek Peralt on the draw against Shanahan. Aiden Shanahan will win it as it goes back to the neutral zone with Maxwell Bagtas. Yutkins behind his own net. Off the boards finds Gordon. James Gordon finding Jake Robital. Puck now in that left corner. Over to Nate Anderson, where will be Camden Gray. That is Robital again as it goes back to Cam Shanahan, and he will call for an icing. 11:32 to go. And faceoffs won by the Devs. And Scalia sends that one down for Broadnelli. Behind the net, that's Derek Peralt. In front, Tulipano again tries to go top shelf. Scalia tries to keep it in the zone. Broadnelli dumps it in, or tries to anyway, keeps it in the zone. That's Nate Anderson. And a little scuffle behind the net. Poked away by Ryan McQuinney. And it's down in the neutral zone for Jake Sloan. Jake Sloan dumps it off in that corner. And a little flipper by Aiden Shanahan. I mean, that was Tulipano. Tried the old fake with a weak shot on the open side of the net. Again, it's in the corner. Broadnelli finds nobody to Camden Gray. Shot on net. Shanahan makes that save on Derek Peralt. Down the ice, Tulipano tries to find McQuinney. And the Wildcats will reset. That's Brennan Walsh. Jake Tucker couldn't get a clear shot. Nearly turned over by Sloan. Jake Sloan down ice, still on his feet. Jake Sloan on his forehand now. Sloan goes all the way to the goal line where it'll be in the corner. Puck's still loose. And he retreats it back to Aiden Healy. And bodies flying everywhere in that corner. Finally, it's Wyatt Condon who goes to Sloan. And it will be retrieved by Jake Sloan. He looks gassed. That's Aiden Healy. Down to McElroy, and Condon can't get a stick on it. It's back and flips into the Wilmington bench. 9:19 to go, second period.
Burlington is just fatigued right now. I mean, I'm seeing on their faces, they are just out of breath.
It was a very long shift for that line. Goes back up top for Jake Robital. Now to the right of Marino. There is Jennings, cross ice, trying to find Shanahan. Cross ice pass from Matt O'Brien. Nobody there to get it. Centering feed. Back to the neutral zone, we'll do it again. Back to Jake Robital. Robital to Yutkins. Yutkins gets batted down loose in front. And this one is loose. And Shanahan maintains his ground on the front post. Sent down and around for an icing, trying to find James Gordon.
I couldn't see who it was, but someone on Burlington headed the puck like they're in soccer. That could not have felt good.
Especially a solid rubber disc going at probably 60 miles an hour to your skull. This will be Derek Peralt on the draw against Tulipano. Face-off won by Tulipano. Goes back, poked free by Broadnelli. Still loose in front. It'll be retrieved by Colin Allard. Back to Torpy. Over to Tulipano. Tulipano, nice nifty move. Finds Broadnelli, 1-on-2 the other way. Giacomo Broadnelli on his backhand, goes to his forehand. And Marino maintains his ground. With 8:04 to go. It'll be Tulipano on the face-off for the Devs. He will win it. Goes back to Torpy. Torpy right on Marino. We'll do it again. 8:01 to go. Devs win it again. It's Tulipano on that left wing circle. Goes back to Ryan McQuinney. McQuinney on net. Marino another save. Lots of starting and stopping here, prolonging this game. Puck will be floated up for Jake Griffin. Over to Camden Gray for the Wildcats. And Griffin tries to turn around. It'll be Torpy from behind his own net. Torpy to Griffin. Jake Griffin pokes it to McElroy. McElroy in the offensive zone. That is kick save on Condon's shot. And now again, it's in that corner. Jake Sloan will poke that one to himself off the boards. And turns it over to the Wilmington defense waiting at the blue line. Going through the neutral zone, fake shot by Colin Allard as he goes all the way down just to give it to Condon waiting behind the net. Loose in front, McElroy's got it. McElroy tries to find Griffin. It's loose in front, poked free again. Back shot by Brady Cabral, and the save was made by Camden Shanahan.
Burlington's defense has been pretty spotless this whole game. I mean, so many opportunities for Wilmington to score, and Burlington's defenders just not allowing it at all.
It's been a lot of turnovers right in front of Shanahan, and luckily Shanahan's been all over these pucks trying to find them. It'd be a very different game if he wasn't on his A game today. Goes back to Maxwell Baghdaz, who can't get the shot on net, and it's Nolan Jennings the other way. Nolan Jennings tries to cross-ice pass to Shanahan. And Yutkins dumps the puck down where Aiden Shanahan will go retrieve it. To the right and low slot of Marino. And here come the Wildcats again. That is Isaac Tavares. Down for Baghdaz on Shanahan, save made. Yutkins dumps it to Torpy. Sean Torpy down to and a 1-2 punch. That was Nolan Jennings with a big hit on the other side. And no penalty there as it's loose in front. Poked away by McQuinney. Another big hit from Torpy. Up top, still loose in front. Tipped away by Shanahan, and he will glove that one.
Burlington is just, now they're just physically bullying Wilmington. This is bullying.
Yeah, there's been a couple big hits as Ryan Archer hobbles over to the bench. He took a big hit from one of those 3 hits on that possession. Maxwell Baghdaz controls it for the Wildcats and retrieved by Torpy. Sean Torpy off the boards, finds Shanahan, and he will glove it and dump it over to Jake Robital. Jake Robital off the boards, flicks it to McQuinney. No penalty called. It's back over to Colin Allard. There's Torpy. Back around Tulipano in that right corner. And McQuinney on the forecheck tries to get the puck, turns it right back over to Nolan Jennings, who finds Giacomo Broadnelli. Broadnelli on net, glove save by Tyler Marino. 4:36 to go, second period. 2-0 Devs. Nick Tulipano and Jake Sloan are goal scorers. And more whistles here from the refs. It's Wyatt Condon on the faceoff. He will lose it. Back on that right wing for Camden Gray. Wyatt Condon with Ryan McElroy come through the neutral zone, 2-on-2 the other way. Condon dumps it back to McElroy. McElroy on net. Save made by Marino as it goes back and around for Daniel Hannafin. Now in the neutral zone. That is Scalia trying to keep it in the Burlington offensive zone with a poke check. And it goes back to Condon. And Maxwell Baghdaz from that left faceoff circle. There's Sloan on net and gloved by Marino. Faceoff will be Aiden Shanahan. Shanahan wins it for the Devs. It goes back to Torpy from the blue line coming down. Aiden Shanahan takes a big hit from Colin Allard. On the other way, and it goes off the helmet of Jake Tucker. That's why we wear helmets. Goes back around to Torpy. Torpy back to Yutkins. Yutkins, a little two-man game, and it goes off the top of the protective netting, and it'll be a face-off to the left of Shanahan. Correction. Just outside the blue line. Nope, never mind. I'm looking at the wrong ref. Be Tulipano on the face-off of the Devs. And here's Jake Sloan trying to one-man that. That's Cabral on the forecheck. Sloan pokes it over to Tulipano through the neutral zone. And Broadnelli, a lot of poke checking at the puck. As there is Jake Robital. Stuck now, finding Sloan. Sloan pokes it over to McQuinney. Ryan McQuinney, left face-off circle on net and not near Marino. That's Robital again around the net for Colin Allard. Backhand chance, squandered, rebound, shot, nothing there. Goes back to Robital, who will dump the puck in and keep it onside. Quick little line change here for Burlington. Still loose in front. We got a penalty and a cover by Marino. And Burlington again back on the power play. It's on Jake Tucker for a trip. Correction. Correction, Brady Cabral for a trip. So, power play time for the Devs. Last power play, they scored without a second ticking off the power play. And there's Tips in front. There's Tulipano again. Tulipano back around for Jennings. Jennings back to Sloan. Sloan There's a slapper on net by Gordon and covered by Marino about 3 feet from his net. Exactly 2 minutes to go in the period with 1:41 on the power play. We'll do it again with Wyatt Condon on the faceoff. Back to Gordon up top. Gordon waits off the boards to Sloan. Jake Sloan around to Jennings. Nolan Jennings back to Tulipano. Finds Jennings again. Jennings behind the net. To Sloan. Sloan getting sandwiched. Eventually finds Condon, trying to find Tulipano, gets poked away. Tulipano too much for his stick. It'll be Jennings. Down to Condon, behind the net. And here comes Tyler Florencio. As we are under a minute on the power play. Here's James Gordon. Back to Jake Sloan. Sloan now behind the net, dumps it back to James Gordon. Gordon down for Jennings. Jennings to Shanahan, Aiden Shanahan. To Jennings again. Jennings, Sloan. Sloan on net wide. And it goes back to Tulipano to find Gordon over Gordon's stick. Possibly 2 more attempts here for the Devs as it goes off the skate of Sloan to find Shanahan, who finds Tulipano, gets denied by the left pad of Marino. Back up top, that's Gordon. Gordon on net, floating above the crossbar. There's Gordon again. Penalty expires. Gordon will keep in the offensive zone and fall over. And it goes back to McQuinney. And there's Scalia. Another penalty coming against the Wildcats. And it will be 4-on-4. It's on Scalia for interference. And Isaac Tavares for a cross check. So 4-on-4 for 6 seconds, and then that will leak into the third period.
Burlington penalty number 28, Scalia 2 minutes interference. Time penalties 14 minutes and 54 seconds. Tavares for cross checking, Scalia for interference at 15:54 of the second period.
And it looks like we'll just do 5-on-5 with the 2 penalties here. Goes back to Torpy. Torpy didn't even reach the net. As it goes back through the neutral zone, horn sounds. Burlington doubles their lead in the period. It's 2-0. Looking to close one out at the Ice Palace. Burlington 2, Wilmington 0. Back in a flash.
Shots on goal in the second period.
Hey! Come on, guys. Oh, God.
Welcome back, everybody. Anthony Matos, Brady, Kosses. Third period of action here. Burlington Ice Palace. 2-0 your score. Tulipano and Jake Sloan, our goal scorers. Tulipano in the second, Sloan in the first. Brady, 2 periods of action here as we are just serving 2 penalties of 5-on-5 action. Brady, what have you seen in these first 2 periods on both sides of the puck?
Well, it's 4-on-4. Or 5-on-5, I can't count.
Yeah.
I can't count. I've seen just a lot of Burlington offense, a lot of fire from Burlington, and Wilmington is just getting absolutely bullied by the Devils this whole game.
And if you're Burlington, you're up 2-0. How do you close this game out without relying too much on Cam Shanahan?
I think just play the way you've been playing. I mean, you have you haven't had to rely on him that much. Your defense has been holding off pretty well. And if you just keep maneuvering the puck, keep it away from Wilmington, eventually this clock will hit 0.
Shanahan, 12 saves on 12 shots through 2. Burlington, 27 shots, 25 of them saved by Tyler Marino. Burlington going right to left shooting, Wilmington left to right. As here's Giacomo Broadnelli through the neutral zone. It'll be picked up by Sean Torpy at the red line. Torpy dumps it back to Lupano, little toe drag. And then it goes back behind the net. Over to Ryan McQuinney. McQuinney back to Robital. Robital shot on net way wide. Eventually finds Broadnelli behind the net, where he pokes it over to Camden Gray. Now back at the red line, and a Sean Torpy going for one of the assistant coaches on the Wilmington side. It'll be Wyatt Condon and Brennan Walsh on the draw. Walsh wins it for the Wildcats. Down 2-0, trying to find a shot to go through Camden Shanahan. Goes back to Jake Griffin as this one just barely goes into the Burlington bench. Condon wins the faceoff, back to Jake Sloan. Sloan finds Yutkins. Yutkins in that left corner. And here comes McElroy through the neutral zone, finding Jake Griffin. Griffin across the blue line and behind the net. Over to Colin Allard. That's Condon. Back to Yutkins. Two-man game here behind the net. Over to Tyler Ferencino. Puck's now back at the red line. Sloan sends a heater behind Marino. Goes back to Colin Allard, who goes across the neutral zone. Colin Allard, nothing there. As Jake Sloan on good forecheck there. Here comes Sloan, 3-on-2 the other way. Sloan on his forehand, loses the puck. And the Wildcats have no counterattack as they reset and do a line change. And it's stuck in front of their entry to their bench. James Gordon with some pretty good forecheck in there to deny that cross pass. And Jennings with good hand-eye coordination to control that one. And it goes back to Yutkins behind the net. Over to Jay Robital. Finds Gordon. Over to Aiden Shanahan in that corner, who finds Gordon somehow. Gordon trying to rise to the occasion. It goes a little too high and out of play. And both penalties are cleared. Those are both 5-minute majors, I believe, Brady, so didn't take a player off the ice for either. Be Ryan McQuinney on the face-off for the Burlington Devils. 11:43 to go, third period, trying to close out a battle of 62 win. Goes back to Robital and Tulipano. Toe drags it back to Broadnelli, which goes back around for Torpy, where Jake Robital will retrieve it. Goes around his own net, falls over. That's a tripping call on the Wildcats. And right back on the power play go the Devils.
A lot of cross-checking here from Wilmington.
And going back to the box is Ryan Archer. 5-on-4 Devs scored on their second power play of the day. This is their 5th. They are 1 for 4 on the game. It was Nick Tulipano, who has it now in the low slot, tries to find Condon, and it goes back to James Gordon, who finds Tulipano, who goes off the skate to Wyatt Condon, who's about to turn it over to Isaac Tavares. Now it's 4-on-3 the other way. Here goes James Gordon on his forehand, turns around, finds Tulipano, floats over to Condon, who will keep it in the zone. Back to Gordon, who tries to center it to Jennings. There's a loose stick on the ice. Jennings lost his stick. He will just go right to the bench for a line change here. And here's Tulipano on that right wing. Nick Tulipano working his way in, gets it poked free by Matt O'Brien. Another loose stick. And here come the Wildcats, 2-on-1 the other way. And Cam Shanahan will squander that chance. Over to Ryan McQuinney. McQuinney left wing, finds Gordon. Gordon shot, save made by Marino. Tulipano dumps it down behind the net.
There's a stick in the goal.
McQuinney, and a big hit on Scalia by Matt O'Brien as this puck's back to the neutral zone. 40 seconds left on the power play. Nick Tulipano. Goes back to Torpy, who finds Scalia. Over to Shanahan. Shanahan waiting. Shanahan low slot centering pass. Tries the tip on McQuinney. That's Shanahan again, low slot. Puck is loose. Still behind the net. There's 3 seconds left. Wilmington penalty kill. Again doing a great job! And that one didn't go in by Aiden Shanahan. That looked to go in. I think that hit the back of the net. It didn't.
The stick in the goal.
And the stick in the goal saves a 3-0 lead as Shanahan covers that one up. We're going to have to check the footage on that one when we edit this game.
I don't know what happened.
That was something. That looked clearly in, but then it bounced out like it hit an invisible wall. Then I realized there was a stick in the goal. That was interesting. And the refs, there was really no ref with a clear look at it, so they just waved it off. 9:03 to go, third period. Puck will be knocked over by Brennan Walsh. There's Tulipano, back to James Gordon the other way. 2-on-2, James Gordon, left wing circle. Shot on net, blocked in front by Nate Anderson. Back to Gordon. Gordon backhand, Jennings couldn't find the puck. As it goes back to Robital, who dumps it down low, attempting to find Jennings. Goes back to James Gordon. Gordon, forehand, shot, scores! James Gordon, glove side, 3-zip defs. What a ripper from James Gordon.
Just tipped right over Marino's glove.
Gordon triples the lead. It's 3-zip. 8:29 to go, third period. And this one looks to be wrapped up. Shanahan back to Sloan. Sloan dumps it in. Marino pokes it aside where Tyler Ferrancino will grab it. Sloan again. Attempts to dump the puck in. It will be dumped in by McElroy. Over to Colin Allard. Allard on his backhand. Unable to get the pass over. 3-on-2 the other way with Wilmington. Dumps it back. Save made. Back door. Knocked away. Still loose in front across the goal line. No one's there on the back door. Wilmington, it's a delayed penalty, that's why. So
This is early.
it'll be Wyatt Condon going to the box for the Devs as Wilmington looks to claw back in this one, down 3 with under 8 minutes. Look too good to be true. It's a hook on Condon, and now Wilmington will look to get one through Camden Shanahan here. And a face-off win will be cleared all the way back to the Wilmington defensive zone, where Jennings and Gordon go on the forecheck. Now 3-on-2 the other way with Matt O'Brien. Shot on Shanahan, makes a left pad stick save. Colin Allard now. Over to Shanahan. Pardon, that's Torpy. Behind the net and cleared by Yutkins. Down to Marino. 40 seconds burned on the power play. Broadnelli contests the behind the net puck. That is Aiden Shanahan on the double team. Back to Ryan Archer. Shot loose in front, poked up and away. All for nothing. Still loose now in that left corner. And Jake Sloan dumps it back to Broadnelli, who can't get it. It goes back to Isaac Tavares. Back to the blue line for Ryan Archer. This one will be cleared and turned aside by Marino. 40 seconds left on the power play. Ryan Archer controlling it. Archer, great forecheck from Ryan McQuinney. As this one is behind the net, Shanahan will send it around the boards. 20 seconds left in the power play. McQuinney thought he had a clear lane down for a one-on-one with the goalie. Now the other way on the face-off. That is Tulipano, and great defense there. It's going to be a delayed penalty as this one is loose in front. There it is as the penalty just expires. Tulipano was one-on-one, got his stick hung up. I believe that's a hook. And it will be a hook on Matt O'Brien. Yet another penalty for the Wildcats. And Burlington will definitely shut the door if they convert on this power play. 2-on-1 and a turnover in the neutral zone. And Tulipano usually great with the stick work as Shanahan comes out of his net to control this one. And send it back around trying to find Condon. Wyatt Condon, cross-ice pass. Nolan Jennings over to James Gordon. James Gordon finds Jennings again in the neutral zone. James back to Sloan. Sloan, hard stop. Sloan off the boards, pass to Gordon. Gordon, Tulipano, one-timer on net, loose in front. Condon, the rebound, turned aside by Marino. And there's Jennings. Jennings trying to find some sort of pass, turns it over. Sloan keeps it in the zone, poked free. Gordon barely will keep it in as he falls over. It's Jake Sloan. Sloan dumps it back to Condon. Condon on net, loose and a tip and a score. It was Jennings on the back door waiting on the tip in. 4 zip devs. Down go the Wildcats with the kill shot tip in from Nolan Jennings and a beautiful feed from Wyatt Condon in the low slot. Another power play goal for the Devs. They go up 4-0, under 5 to go. And good thing it's not that far to ride back, Brady. Here's Aiden Shanahan. Nearly turns it over, takes a little bit of hit from Colin Allard. And Jennings, it looked like it hit his skate, which is why I was waiting to see if it was waved off.
It did not hit his skate.
It hit, I guess his stick was right in front of his skate.
It hit his stick and his stick popped it up over Marino's glove.
On the back door. As this one goes past Torpy, he will retrieve it at his defensive blue line. And it goes back to Quinn McDonald, who enters the game. And it hits the ceiling out of play, 4:23 to go. It's a little bit of a low roof. I get that.
Ripping.
With all the insulation in here, yeah. You would think with this heat that the ice would melt, and it's not.
I think it's only hot where we're sitting.
Yeah, that is true. It's nice and controlled. Maybe at least aim it down so it's not right in my eyes up here.
Yeah, it's
Seems like my eyes are watering.
brutal. My eyes are dry because of it. I can't even like water because they're so hot.
I blink and I feel the heat from the inside of my eyelids.
Yeah.
And here's Jake Griffin. Through the neutral zone, gets it poked free. Back to Ryan Archer. Dumps the puck down to Torpy, who gets a poke feed from Camden Shanahan. Back around, Scalia will look to retrieve that one as it goes off the ceiling. And there's the low ceiling again. 3:43 to go.
Hey, you call it a good game, dude.
Thank you. Face-off won by the Wildcats. Goes back over to Jacob Robital. Rodnelli down for Daniel Hannafin. And Yutkins will poke it free. Goes back to Yutkins through the neutral zone. McElroy pokes it at Daniel Hannafin. Hannafin trying to stick handle his way in, but will be denied by Derek Peralt. Peralt through the neutral zone. Somehow finds Emick O'Brien. O'Brien trying to get it to his forehand. It'll be too high for the net. Loose behind Shanahan's net. Cross ice pass to nobody. Here comes Yutkins. 3-on-2 the other way. Yutkins right wing circle. Takes a big hit on the boards right at the door of the bench. And McElroy somehow finds Gordon. Gordon shot closing the wickets is Marino. Tries the front door wraparound fake. And this one will be sent down the length of the ice. Final 2.5, third period, 4-0 Devs. Here's Sloan. Just a little over the stick of Jennings. This one's off the boards in the neutral zone to Brady Cabral. Over to Nate Anderson. Puck still loose in front of net. Shanahan will turn that one aside. And another cross ice pass. No one's there to poke it in. Here's Bagtaz, and it goes in off the tip. And Wilmington scores. Maxwell Bagtaz through traffic.
Chris Paul with the lead to cut the lead down to 3.
And it's 4-1 Wilmington.
So it's not.
It's never too late. 1:54 to go. .154 to go, 4-1. There goes the shutout. That would have been Shanahan's third straight. And now stuck just above the face-off circle. Sent down, it will be retrieved by Aiden Scalia. Scalia off the boards. Little two-man game here. Here's Tulipano. Tries to find McQuinney. McQuinney goes down to retrieve it. And now loose at that face-off circle. Turns it over to Tulipano. Tulipano just lost it off his stick. And some lazy play here from Burlington. There's Shanahan about 20 feet from his net at the face-off circle. Finds it to Condon. Condon finds Tulipano. Tulipano on his forehand gets tipped by Colin Allard. And it will be a stoppage here as it will be the stick hand cover-up. The rare stick hand cover-up from Marino. 1:03 to go, 4-1 game.
Wilmington might need to pull their goalie soon.
No.
Okay.
4-1, this game's basically over as Sloan looking for his second gets gloved by Marino. And a little exchange of, hey, great win from the Wilmington players.
Sure, we'll go with that.
As we just reach under a minute, 58.3 to go in the final period. And there's McElroy, left wing. McElroy in front. Nobody at Sloan, who finds Yutkins. Yutkins on net, doesn't reach the net. It was Nick DiGiovanni, not the YouTuber. And that is Sloan. Sloan tries to do something with the puck. And it goes back to Aiden Shanahan behind the net. McElroy, cross ice Sloan. Sloan on net, doesn't even reach the net. There's McElroy with a big hit for Daniel Hannafin behind the nets. 12 seconds to go. Back to Sloan, who finds Shanahan to Hannafin. Still in that corner. Hannafin tries to get it to his forehand. In front, and there it is. 4-1 dub for the Devs. They give up a late one to ruin the shutout. Nonetheless, a battle of 62 win for the Red Devils. Burlington 4, Wilmington 1. Anthony Matos, Brady Kosses saying so long until next time. Toodaloo.